Yeah, for a makwa bad daily update TV. Best from saying a number channel so a mobile hit a doman, but subscribe or mobile like ya shama wana. Pen semi be etie so enya be etie meso misa mobile jemre ni adaje ni abawrom ni akutie nsema ne de etwagu etie for you John Domani Mahama, you are John Domani Mahama, Mobakaya 2015 will see the National Development Plan. Yes, and one ushema that National Development Plan akoye plan B a boa on mine and ye Ghana mpo ena saa yetimi implement sa policy no even where on mine be to say UK America omunyina National Development Plan but it took someone obi a onim amanyosem na so onim governance na we implement sa policy no because if you don't have any strategy you be a politician untimi emu omino without the National Development Plan. Na mobakaya ura John Domani Mahama 2015 release National Development Plan. No na come here say this 2023 emu policy bit say 24-hour economy na papa no release no de ho nsensem bobo banete for yemumrom. Enko he the National Development Plan ura John Domani implement ye ba de kan ho bia no yenso ye de beba abedomo.
The last time I catch a picture of the National Development Plan. Now, National Development Plan, and no any kuhu a year, John Dramani Mahama, any NDC for Eco Lefty a year 24-hour economy. Remember, National Development Plan, no, it was put together by Ghanaians. Yen Yinani about together, let's say, your plan be a 40 years no eno na yebedi so ediebu yaman enti anya NDC for nkwa na gitum NPP CPP PPP Taylor for Mason for soldier for security for police for ye inter for any Atlanta for ye nyina etena say sa 40-year development plan we eno na Ghana ye beden ye ba behwe ho diebu yaman emu na John Mahama asa kofa 24-hour economy na ba no na sa plan we no from 2015 and John Dramani Mahama NDC for initiate yes Ghana for baby edu there you see more hospitals you more roads you try say you be build it you be open this country up. Let's have a plan going forward. John Mahama 2015 the initiative and as omo initiative this National Development Plan no 2018 and officially plan started say we say ye juma now sa National Development Plan we no na idea be ebe Ghana because in the next 40 years no irrespective of government ebeba and as a party ebeba power no there is a framework everyone is supposed to work with so that we will have a national idea say okay a woman say party ebeba baby but the national idea they all see nyina ye benefit nyina de ebe irrespective of regional ebeko east ebeko north it does not matter as far as nyina ye kan adwuna bom say e will say you build a kuro no efa pem bi so no we have to do that. So this was introduced in 2018 and the reality was supposed to hit in 2057 and no nankasa 40-year plan no ye betumi accomplish it as a nation. And no muna John Mahama ko mo okaka say no we have started working as Ghanaians, we want to build this nation yam piki been from na yam fanchire Ghana. So if you have seen the NDC always work within or they have been working within the National Development Plan. When it comes to America, they have the National Development Plan. Uko UK omobi, Germany omobi. When a country does not have a National Development Planner, and then the map politicians be ban or be din kwasiasem, e de say Kufuado, oba oni strategy bia, oni foresight bia, he's just fooling himself. Okwana kotam sika planting for food and jobs. Oba no kase one district one factory because there's no plan. Into omotam ye sika na no ma say no. But when there's a plan, what happens there? You'll be forced to work within the plan because the legislature, that is parliament, will see to it that the plan is being adhered to. You need to work within the plan. It's because the NPP moved away from the plan. That is why till date, after almost 8 years, they have not been able to build one regional hospital. But National Development Plan, we need to be building regional hospitals. Why haven't they built one? They need to be building what? They need to be building the economy, making sure that we have buffers, stock there. You see, 70 years, CVB. And it's a John Dramani Mahama mo, to say, the funds, different funds are. Say, we can go in there and take money. When these people came to power, something happened. In fact, when the NPP came to power, this is what Osaf Mafo said about the National Development Plan. Yeah, Osaf Mafo, government won't follow 40-year development plan. Or say NPP for Oma Bino Omundiso Siato with your 1932 ni meti nyinewu enche bi onu subewu on baby odi ababedu osafuma for the age group for no Oma child 7 years omu nyina abewu. But this man, instead of him to think about the next generation in the next 40 years, he said the NPP government will not follow the plan. Omundiso Omoba power na sam kokurafo wi ya catch them. And yes, tan obi anase yembu obi o. Oni ye any utterances any de obey na be kire se we jimi anase onumnyansa. Yembu anase me yembu. Osafuma fo moba no. Ade a ye ne Ghana fo nyina ya tena se adwene wo say this is how we want to move the nation no. Osafuma fo and his crooks, his cronies. Osafuma fo was born in 1932. Osafuma fo was born 1932. The bond of 1844. Ya wo Kufuado and ya wo Osafuma for the wo Kufuado. We mu no omo ye teteta abo they are TTB. Omo dwene ni nya adwuma biem. Now when you read what Osafuma actually said, this is what he said. Mr. P, Mr. S, monitor the time for me. I'll try and get into parliament very soon. Okay, I'll do that. So when you look at it critically, this is what Osafuma said. And remember, the National Development Plan, no, before I go into Osafuma in Semno, Obiti baby can say Kevin Taylor boy, or sorry, I know Akofa a year. I'm sorry. Kevin Taylor boy, or sorry, I know Akofa paper be to TV no so or that anchor for National Development Plan that being Omoboa Mahama time no ya nye bibia. Now let me show you evidence, facts. John Dramani Mahama and the NDC and the Ghana for when the National Development Plan was launched. This is John Dramani Mahama. Messias, you have it for me. That's it.
To other major news tonight, and President John Mahama says Ghana's new 40-year National Development Plan will be an opportunity to turn around the fortunes of the country.
Launching the process to begin the coalition of ideas, the President noted the document is crucial in ensuring the country's development agenda is not derailed.
The 40-year development plan would streamline policy direction for successive governments, irrespective of their short-term policies. In the past, new governments hardly continued with policies and projects of governments they succeeded. But the new policy direction, which would be implemented from 2018 to 2057, is intended to promote continuity. Chairman of the National Development Planning Commission, Dr. Kesi says grassroots consultations would be made to ensure an all-inclusive policy.
We do not aim to impose an iron grid on all successive governments, whatever party they belong to. On the contrary, we aim to establish a framework within which these parties can every 4 years, when they are in power, forge their own medium-term plans within the overall scope and ambit of the long-term plan.
Secretary General of the Trades Union Congress, Dr. Kofi Asamoah, welcomed the move, but was quick to push for a policy that pays key attention to the welfare of Ghanaian workers.
They need to protect jobs and ensure effective co-determination policies in the world of work, and they need to avoid privatization of its own on its own sake or for its own sake based on purely ideological considerations.
Director General of the NDPC, Dr. Nimoy Thompson, in his presentation explained successive governments would be bound to take inspiration from the 40-year plan for their 4-year tenure. President Mahama said the 40-year policy would serve as a roadmap for all governments.
Together, today, we're taking a clear and collective decision not to repeat the mistakes of our past. With the launch of this process, we commit to taking a critical look back to our record of national development, drawing important lessons from our achievements and our challenges alike. It is a process that should afford us opportunity to have honest and open discussions of our aspirations as a people and what we need to do to realize these aspirations.
He touched on specific areas the development plan would be targeted.
1, the economy. To make the economy transformative, inclusive, and resilient. 2, the society. To make the society equitable and tolerant. 3, our communities. To make our communities safe and sustainable. And 4, our institutions, to make them strong, effective, and efficient.
The launch is to kickstart the process of coalition of ideas across the country before its implementation in 2018. The first National Development Plan was implemented from 1920 to 1930 under the British colonial government.
So now you see, it was actually launched. And so all of them are acting as if nothing has happened. All of them are sitting in Ghana today. 99% of the people who were present are still alive. So ask yourself, Osafuma for the NPP for about power 2017. Why didn't all these people come out to say, you guys have veered from what we all came together collectively to basically stay in and build our nation? You see where the problem is? Ghana no do no ya kromfo ahemfo ni bi ewifo impenifo na mudi enim no, they don't want to speak the truth. Enti ya launch ya frantoma ya hema ahemfo impenifo statesmen dien obiati obi, young men and women, they've all lived through this, and the Akufo-Addo administration for 7 years ultimately built one regional hospital. Still have people sitting on TV and saying defending Akufo-Addo, defending Bawumia, defending this reckless, faulty people calling themselves NPP4. These are faulty individuals. They have actually retrogressed this country back like 30 years. And there was a government, there was a president who was willing to work within a frame that we have all come together collectively to put together. So why are we sitting here today asking, say, Bawumia, Aden, Omer president, because when they came to power, the first person who is the leader of these big mouth society called a political party, or some of one NPP mu power within 92 to 91. Or see, they will not go by it. Foolish man. And they came with what? Free SHS. And let me tell you something. Free SHS. Under John Dramani Mahama, in his State of the Nation in 2016, John Mahama made it clear that free SHS comprehensively has been admitted, and that it had started. And I just say, there's a video I play here, and John Mahama air launch free SHS, but I'll also show you in Yanyankase record, State of the Nation in Parliament. John Dramani Mahama referred to Ghanaians and said, free SHS comprehensively, it's active now. This is what Osafuma said, and you might think say Osafuma Funkwa, and this is what Professor Adair said. Ghana needs a 10-year development plan. Yeka 40 years no. This man, watering man, nanu so say, Eden, anoma sanga anoma jerino. Onosu beka saying, onosu say, we don't need a 40-year plan, we need a 10-year plan. You see, and these people are all alive today, and they are all part of this government. Now you understand where we are coming from. Now you understand where we are coming from. These are the people who have brought us here. Collectively together now. A 40-year development plan. This Professor Adai, because he wanted his foolish Akamfo party to come to power, no, he was sitting on the fences and saying, we don't need a 40 years. We don't need a 40 years. We need a 10 years. 10 years and then no my. When this government came to power, these old devils, they took appointment and they started defending the Akufo-Addo's foolishness. They defended Bawumia's lies. Today, they are not speaking. They are saying that, oh, the country has failed. It is NPP NDC. It is not NPP NDC. The country is here today because of the foolish ideas you, these NPP people, you always have. You don't want to collectively be part of an idea. Mom pesa ba bua me krona achichire. Into tiem kwasiafo no say NPP ni NDC pe we Jimmy. These are the fools of the Abedua. And every day I keep telling the young people of Ghana, so what is obi be like I say, Ghana, NPP ni NDC, I can't say we Jimmy. NDC has done nothing wrong. When you look around the nation, hospital papa be our Ghana be NDC le see. When you look around the nation, how can you say NPP and NDC are the same? Are you crazy? And these are the people working on TV and radios now and saying NDC, NPP, I'm not disappointed. NDC has not disappointed anybody. NDC, they have worked within the plan. They have served the people well. They have done their part. The foolish NPP, we have retrogressed like about 40 years. These are the fools. And on Ghana. And when you question him, no, and you know the government, because some say, na they acting. Na no so kwasiake kansa na da bebedura. Let me show you. In 2014 State of the Nation, this is what John Dramani Mahama said about free SHS.
Mr. Speaker, the most expensive segment of our education system is the second cycle. We promise to rationalize fees in secondary schools in order to reduce the burden on parents. The Ministry of Education, after extensive stakeholder consultations, advertised a uniform list of approved fees for second cycle schools. Parents are advised to report any head of school that charges fees outside of those on the schedule published by the ministry. Further to this, the Ministry of Education has prepared a report on the roadmap for a progressive introduction of free secondary education in Ghana. Mr. Speaker, I'll take that again. Further to this, the ministry, following consultations with stakeholders, has prepared a report on a roadmap for a progressive introduction, and mark my words, I said progressive introduction of free secondary education in Ghana as required under the 1992 Constitution. This roadmap will be presented to Cabinet for approval and subsequent implementation. Under the guidance of this roadmap, we can anticipate that fees for day students will be abolished at an estimated cost of 71 million Ghana cedis in 2015-2016 academic year.
Now you hear, this is 2014 State of the Nation. John Dramani Mahama Gina Kacha Ghana for say free SHS progressively 71 million. Those times has been pumped into that. And the free SHS progressively no ekoso 2014. Now kofu nam Ghana free SHS now no munsi school omunim sibia isi school. Omunum sibia ye extended teacher training into a degree. They don't know how to build a teaching hospital. They don't know an idea. In 2014, John Dramani Mahama Gina Ghana for him or Parliament can say free SHS progressively. And then they trick it progressively. You will answer for any oba jemba. Obia to me wiadwe. And so etia so more ding and to me wiadwe. And yet obia nebe to me esuya akanyansa sem. Obia to me kasa. So he made Ghanaians understand. And we sat in Ghana and man kwasi for the slogan. Free SHS, free SHS. Oh, see, yeah, free SHS, no? It was there. Free SHS was there. Mahama launched free SHS. We all saw it, Professor Nano Pokwajiman. Yeah, who schools no see, you know? Teachers were there, chiefs were there, everybody saw it. And Uncle Foy Baye, Mahama ye bibia, free SHS no boy, ye na ye be free SHS. And then the costing. This is how John Dramani Mahama launched free SHS. Na ye nyina Akroma, we saw it.
The singular honor of declaring the progressively free senior high school program duly launched. And I don't know, I believe that this intervention will bring significant relief to parents and households. Beginning this academic year, we are removing fees for all day students attending public senior high school. Under the progressively free secondary education program, government intends to make going to secondary school free through a progressive absorption of the costs that are currently borne by students and their parents. We will eventually get to the stage where every senior high school student will have the opportunity to go to school free. But it does not eliminate the responsibility of parents in caring for their wards. I wish to challenge our chiefs and elders to support the effort of government by ensuring that children, especially girls, enroll in school, they stay in school, and work hard in this school and come out with results that can push them further up the educational ladder. For purposes of clarity, let me announce that the following fees have been cancelled for all day students in Ghana in all public senior high schools. And these are examination fees, library fees, entertainment fees, SRC dues, science development fees, science and maths quiz, sports, culture, ICT, and co-curricular fees have all been absorbed by government. In addition, the Ministry of Education has received funds and approval to recruit an additional 9,300 new teachers to staff the new schools that we are commissioning.
Unya Vice President Onim Nyansa, these things are easy to do. And Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman, a solid brand. A solid brand. It is a brand that is tough for anybody to touch. Me say, progressive free SHS. John Mahama wa adwene kwa na Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman ti ene to be cause so. For say ankanya maami we onim sa nyansa ne sa ade we needs to be done progressively. And John Mahama nya Education Minister Jimmy Tisan Apo. And I say Akwean a Kentria. And Kongas Yanyan is here, Abromunsia Hukubukra. But because Nana Opoku-Agyeman was smart and intelligent and an educationist and knows the consequences of implementing such a huge program, one time, she said, no, John, I know the love you have for Ghana and the young kids, but let us do this progressively. Yanyan and kakra. Yendin Kansi schools, and sana, Sebio, Yama day students na stati, na ya toto nyama ye kura isika samu nisro sa. Into a Vice President Onim Nyansa de Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman, tell me you're going to get it wrong. Ewo say with education, you will not get it wrong. You will get it right because Onim every single thing about education and how consistently and gradually you can make it better. And into the here, I buy air top pasco, air school for because I buy Jimmy. Nana dan kweku fuado eko abruchire mabruni busan say free SHS na opesa obeyeno. Ubenya sike free he. Kachire also per free SHS or per president yen tomau. After this video, you go into the parliament and bribe. Now broni busano also abetna ha bo suit oseko wanum wi abetna ha. Kachire obi eti abemu a oye ne progressively o si school dying o ma day student kakra awofo mo ho kire omo. Wo dia wo send ya wo be nizi a usika no konya no wen. We eneku for the kind 2016.
People, it seems to me, from reading a lot of stuff in the Ghanaian press, want to know is where exactly is the money going to come from next time around if you're in power for some of the very extravagant promises you've made. You, for example, have offered free secondary schooling for all Ghanaians, a promise you say you absolutely will deliver in 4 years in power. So have you costed it? How much will it cost?
The costing is being done. I mean, very soon we will be in a position.
You can't make a promise like that.
No. Very soon we're going to be putting it out.
You don't know how much.
I do know, but I prefer to tell the Ghanaian people directly before I tell you.
Many of them absolutely will deliver in 4 years in power. So have you costed it? How much will it cost?
The costing is being done. I mean, very soon we will be in a position.
You can't make a promise like that.
No. Very soon we're very soon
deliver in 4 years in power. So have you costed it? How much will it cost?
The costing is being done. I mean, very soon we will be in a position.
You can't make a promise like that.
No. Very soon we're going to be putting it out.
You don't know how much.
I do know, but I prefer to tell the Ghanaian people directly before I tell
you. Busan say, free SHS na okoye no. Obi wo Akroma friend Mahama oye ni sisia ba oye ni kakra ba odi otia se obe ni nyina one time na obe den na wenye sika abon ho bra also the costing odi me drew Ghana me chira Ghana for na bro say BBC so na wote no the whole wiase e na wote yi obi ankwada BBC nie o pese wiase te wonsem donors be boawo Ghana for to basem we BBC e so chen media house in Ghana ekufo say me nkan chiro Ghana for ejimi for me kwa me dada omo. Ever seen there? Do you know the costing of free SHS? Do you know? There was no plan from day